What is up, gamers? How's it going? I should put on some tunes. So let me type something in and hit play. That's a bit loud. There we go. I'm coming at you with another tier list video because all the past ones went so well. Today we're going to be talking about the monsters in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I have hunted all of them. Yes, all of them. I'm looking through real quick just in case. Okay, not all of them. I haven't hunted a Juratoda. Wait. I have hunted it. Okay, yeah, so all of them. All of them. And I'm going to be ranking them based on how much I enjoy their fight. This is not based on armor or their weapons or anything. It's just how much do I enjoy fighting them. So as you can see, we've got 6 levels. All of them are, you know, you've seen a tier list before, probably. But you may notice that I skipped a couple letters for D to G. Reason why G is the bottom is because G is garbage. That's the garbage bin, where I put all the monsters I hate fighting. So, let's get into this. We're going to start from the middle, and then go from there. So, we're going to go with the B and the C first. And first monster I want to put in C is Teostra. Now, normal Teostra, back in base Rise, easy. Sunbreak Teostra has got some schmoves, and let me tell ya, he's got some mix-ups that make it very unfun to fight. As well as having multiple moves that just come out too fast. I'm not a fan of it. Next one, over in B, we've got Rathian. I didn't think this is where I was going to put Rathian. I thought I was going to put him lower. But, you know, Sunbreak, I actually really like fighting Rathian in Sunbreak. I didn't really in base Rise. I feel like he flew too much. But Sunbreak Rathian, he still flies about the same amount. But he's got new moves that have him on the ground longer, which is nice. And that's why he's in B. He's also pretty easy to hunt. Most of his moves are slow and telegraphed, which is nice. Makes it real easy to dodge and or counter them. So he goes in B for me. Next one, down in C once again, is the Royal Ludrov. I was thinking about putting this one in D because his fucking roll attack is something else, but most of his moveset is fine to deal with. It's just his big roll move that I find an issue, and that's why I'm putting him in C and not D. If his roll move wasn't so annoying, honestly, Ludrov would probably be in B. But the roll is there, so he's bad. Next, another B. We're gonna go with 2 Bs this time. Both versions of the Rathian. I like hunting the Rathian, but at the same time, they're kind of annoying because of their webs. Getting hit by a web whenever they Spider-Man around the stage whenever they send out their little goons and I get hit because I'm not paying attention. That's why they're not an A. Otherwise, they'd be an A, but I do really like hunting Rachnicodakis. I find it fun. But some of their moves kind of annoying. That's why they're in B. Next, C. Where's Ibushi? There he is. Ibushi's in C. I hate... Actually... D. Ibushi's in D. I hate hunting the Ibushi. I don't know what they did to him. Like, I wasn't really paying attention while fighting him, I'll be honest. I've hunted him like 2 or 3 times in Sunbreak. Base game Rise, Ibushi, pretty easy. Still didn't really enjoy the fight, but easy. Sunbreak Ibushi, however, they gave him something. What is that something? I have no idea. But he hits harder, he moves faster. Other than that, I really don't know. But he's in D. I really don't like fighting him. I also really just don't like fighting things that are always in the air, because I'm a blade master. I only use melee stuff unless I'm going for a haha funny build with ranged, because we always like the haha funnies. Next, Volvidon, D. G. Garbage. If you've hunted a Volvidon before, you know. I mean, paralyze, stink, bouncing around. The ball isn't an issue. Bouncing around, long tongue. It's just... Volvidon is the perfect annoying monster, really. And that's why I hate it. While we're down here, we might as well put some others. Beaversrock. I don't like bouncing off every hit. Where's Baroth? I saw Baroth earlier. Where'd he go? Baroth, also in garbage. Once again, I don't like bouncing off when I try to hit the monster. And also, his charge move is bullshit. I don't know why, but I just keep getting hit by it, even though I feel like I'm out of it, but I still keep getting hit by it. Whatever. Moving on. We're gonna put a couple more in G, like Great Ragi and Juratotis. I hate Juratotis. I hate Piscine Wyverns. I hate the fish monsters. And because they're not fun to fight against. Great Ragi is down in G because I hunted an afflicted Ragi once. And never again. Never again. I'll say he was very good at playing keep away. Keeping me away from himself, specifically. That's all for G for now. There are a couple monsters that still need to go down there, but we can leave them for later. Now, Rathian, C. I don't like the fact that Rathian leaves. No, that's Apex. Rathian, normal Rathian, Sunbreak, tail flips too much. You know what it does when it tail flips? It goes up in the air, so I can't hit it. Not a fan. I was gonna complain about Apex Rathian, how Apex Rathian can leave like the little tail spikes on the ground, and if you walk into it, you get hit and poisoned. But then I remembered that that's an Apex thing and not a normal Rathian thing. Next, we got another D, or D-Grex. I've always hated fighting T-Grex. Even back when I started playing Monster Hunter in 4, pretty sure it was in 4, I just hated fighting it. It just charges constantly, roars. It's just a real annoying piece of shit. And with Tigrex, Diablos is down there with them for about the same reasons. Now, to be fair, Diablos isn't that bad at the moment, but I'm still putting him in D because there are times when all Diablos does is charge at you and go into the ground, and that's just no interaction right there. Next, let's fill out some of the top row, right? In A, we've got Mizutsune. I am a fan of the bubbles and the music for Mizutsune. The only issue I have with the fight is one move specifically where Mizutsune slides on the ground, which is a lot of them, but it's the one specifically where like they slide on the ground forward, slithering like a snake, and then does a big tail slam toward you. I hate that move. But other than that, I like the Mizutsune fight. Also in A, something I didn't expect are the Hermitars the Crabs. And I thought I was going to put them lower because historically I haven't liked fighting these things. But Sunbreak? I don't know what they did, but they are so much better to fight. I don't know if it's because I've gotten better at the game, or if the monsters just do different things, or what. But Daimyo Hermitar and Shogun Shanatar? I don't know how to pronounce that. They're really fun to fight. I have almost no complaints other than the fact that a lot of the daimyo's attacks, they don't actually like knock you back, so he'll just chip away at you and you might not notice if you're not paying attention. But that's a nitpick, not really a problem I have. It's just keep an eye on your health, man. Come on. Now then, I want to keep S for last, so we're not putting anything up there. Okay, so I'm going back down to C. Great Baggy. Great Baggy on its own is fine, but with the addition of ice and sleep, holy shit is it annoying. If you get hit with ice, say goodbye to your stamina. If you get hit with sleep and you're not carrying energy drinks, like I so frequently am not, because I just think to myself, oh, I'll just dodge it. And then I never do. So that's why he's in C. Another one to go in C is Camellios. We'll put him next to Teos just since they're Elder Dragons. Now, the reason why I put Camellios in C is because C is for Camellios, but also because he got a lot more annoying in Sunbreak. He doesn't do... So his move where he puts the poison clouds on the ground, he still does that, but he doesn't send it out anymore. He only sucks it in. I think that's lame. He should have both still. Either that, or he just does one way more often than the other. I just haven't seen him blow it out. But also, Camellios, the way it moves makes it seem like it's going to attack, and then it doesn't, and then it does. I'm sure you guys know what I mean if you've hunted a Camellios before, but if you haven't hunted one before, just so like imagine something getting ready to attack. They're going into their attack pose, and they're like lunging forward a bit. And then they just stop. For like a good 3 seconds. And then they attack. It's like that. That's what Camellios does. It happens way more often now. And I hate it. We got another one for C next. Bishiten. And we might as well put the other Bishiten in there as well. Bishiten, normal Bishiten, I don't like fighting. The moves on the normal Bishiten are more open? That's probably the wrong word. Description? It's I don't really know how to describe it, but Blood Orange Bishiten, his moves are fast, predictable, and follow a strict pattern, right? Also, I really like how when you break their tails, they can't really stand up on it as well, unless they're like enraged or something. But so Blood Orange Bishiten is fast but predictable, which is nice. I really enjoy hunting the Blood Orange Bishiten. Normal Bishiten is fast and unpredictable. That's the best way I could put it. It's kind of like Camellios, but to a lesser extent. Because you can still predict Bishiten. There are tells, but for me, Camellios is just an unknown. I got nothing. Next we're gonna put another one in D. Legambi. I've always hated Legambi. Always. It's similar to Tigrex. Because all it does is slide at you, throw snowball, and sit on you. Not a fan of any of those. I'll be honest. Also, I hate Ice Blight. That's gonna be a general theme here, by the way. I hate Ice Blight. Speaking of which, Aurora Somnicanth C. The only reason it's in C is because it has Ice Blight. Somnicanth, normal Somnicanth gets a B. Yep, a B. So, a move that they share, they go in a circle, right? And then they fire their element in the center of the circle they just went in. So Aurora Canth is ice, Somnicanth is sleep. But that's not the important part. The important part is when they're sliding and forming that circle, they're a hitbox. So if you run into them, or they run into you, you get hit. Most of the time towards the center of the circle, but sometimes they knock you out, which is nice. But I really don't think they should be a hitbox when they're forming the circle, because it really doesn't look like it should be. They're kind of just moving. And I hate monsters that look like they're just moving, but they're a hitbox. It's annoying. Next, Arzuros. Hey. I like hunting the Arzuros. Am I bullying the Arzuros? That's up for debate. But I've hunted a good amount of afflicted Arzuroses. Not too many normal Arzuroses, to be fair. But afflicted Arzuros is a pretty fun fight. Because he doesn't really hit me. And if he does hit me, then, you know, I just go back in there after healing. So, that's that. Kezu. We actually need a new category for Kezu. Now, this is... So it's below everything. We can put it above G. So it's below everything, right? But it is probably actually somewhere between A and B. We're just gonna keep it down here for simplicity's sake. And this section, tier, is going to be called banging theme. And Kezu's going right there. Yep. Kezu's going right there. For banging thing. Okay. Onwards. Furious Rajang A. Rajang C. Controversial. Probably not controversial. I've been seeing a lot of Twitter posts and YouTube comments that are like, doesn't Furious Rajang seem easier than normal Rajang? And they're right. They would be entirely correct. Because Rajang, frickin', I don't know how to describe it. Rajang is just so much more annoying. I think it's because, so like they have the same moveset. Excuse me. It's just that Furious Rajang has more moves that Rajang doesn't have, but the moves that Furious Rajang has and Rajang doesn't are easily dealt with. Specifically, the moves where he like puts his hand into the ground and like lightning shoots forward. The hitboxes on those are very tight. It's very nice. You could just sidestep them, you'll dodge it. So that's part of the reason why he's easier. He doesn't have, he's got more moves that you can deal with than Rajang does, because normal Rajang moves around a lot and has some lightning attacks that are also fast. But Furious Rajang stands still more, surprisingly, and the moves are, as I said, easier to deal with than normal Rajang. Next, Nargauga. I was gonna put Nargauga in C, but because of the event quest and base rise, I'm putting him in B. Specifically because of that event quest where Live and Learn plays for the quest. That's why he's in B and not in C. But I'm just not a fan of hunting Nargauga. And my friends keep wanting to build Nargauga set of Nargauga weapons, and I'm just over here like, I don't want to hunt another fucking Nargauga. The tail swipe's annoying. The charge into spin is annoying. The jump into spin is annoying. Everything about this monster is annoying. Everything. But it's not so bad that he would go in D. He would go in C if it weren't for his event quest. Next, Barioth. Barioth's going in C for pretty much the exact same reasons as Nargauga. They've got basically the same body type, so they've got similar movesets. But Barioth has Ice Blight, and we all know how I feel about Ice Blight. Speaking of which, Kushala. Now, Kushala is actually... I've been thinking hard about this one since I saw Kushala, and since I started recording. Because the Kushala fight in Sunbreak isn't that bad, but there are like 2 moves that are really annoying, and he applies Ice Blight. So, I'm thinking I put him in C. But I might also put him in B. We'll put it in C with the other Elder Dragons. Zinogre. I don't know what they did to Zinogre, but I do not enjoy the Zinogre fight anymore. I just don't. Base Rise, I really liked hunting Zinogre. Sunbreak, I very much dislike hunting Zinogre. I want to know what they did. Maybe they just made him charge faster. I don't know. But he's not as fun to fight anymore. Next we got Gor Magala and Shaggy Maggie. These two are pretty good. I think Gor Magala is going to go in S, and Shaggy Maggie is going to go at the top of A. Top of A. Reason why Gor Magala is above Shaggy Maggie is because I think Gor Magala is cooler. Like, Shaggy Maggie can see normally. Gor Magala can't see. Gor Magala just senses you based on, like, echolocation, the wind, something, but also when you're afflicted with frenzy, it's like it tracks based on the frenzy status. I don't know if that still holds up. I don't know if there's new lore, but that's how it worked when he was first released. And then Shaggy Maggie is cool, but also I really like the darker colors of the Gor Magala. Shaggy Maggie is also a very nice fight. Gor Magala feels a bit easy to me, but there are still times when I mess up against Gor Magala. Shaggy Maggie, on the other hand, is a not a difficult fight per se, but it keeps me on my toes. It does. Now then, we're gonna move back on down to D with Puke Puke. I don't actually have much of an issue hunting Puke Pukes. I just really don't like them. I don't. I can easily hunt them because back in World, I hunted like a million Puke Pukes in the Guiding Lands for Guiding Land experience. Wasn't worth it at all. Not at all. And while we're down in the bottom tiers, let's put Gulagiku down in G. Because how many times am I gonna bounce off that damn rock? And also, while we're down here, we might as well put Anjanath down here. Because Anjanath, he's got the fucking model of a goddamn T-Rex. So his body's up really high, so unless you're using like a long weapon, can't really hit his body. You're stuck with hitting his legs. Unless it's a small Anjanath, then you're fine. But if it's a big Anjanath, kinda screwed. But Anjanath, other than that annoying factor, is easier to hunt in Sunbreak because the couple moves that they gave Anjanath, they leave him vulnerable for a pretty long time. Like there's this one move where he like smashes down with his face, like trying to chomp you into the ground or something, and he just kind of stays in that position after impacting the ground for a good like 5 seconds. So there's that. But I just hate fighting an Anjanath because of what I said earlier. Now then, Pteranodon is in B. I don't really have a reason specifically for Pteranodon in B. It doesn't really give me any issues, but it's not really noticeable in any way, which is why it's kind of in the middle. But I don't dislike it, which is why it's in C. Speaking of disliking, Spragios. It's in D or G. D or garbage. We're gonna go with D. If they had kept bleeding the same as... Wait, I'm remembering. It's in G. It's in G. It's at the bottom of G. It once, actually multiple times, did its where it like flies up and then comes at you with its talons swooping along the ground. it did that like 10 times in a row against me. It killed me and then continued to do it. So it's going to G and it's staying down in G. No one is convincing me otherwise. Next, Togachi. B? Yeah, B. Base Rise, I did not like hunting Togachi. Sunbreak? Sunbreak Togachi's pretty good. I like hunting it. As much as I can like hunting a monster that applies Thunderblight to me. And moves that fast. And you can really tell that Furious Rajang really isn't a problem if it's better than Togachi. That's what I think, at least. Next, Agnosum. This is a C or D? I'm not sure. I think it's in D, but it could be in C. I'm gonna go with D. Yeah, D I think is acceptable. There's not really anything specific about hunting Agnosum that I don't like. I just don't like everything about the Agnosum fight. So, yeah. That's helpful. We're gonna do the Magma? No. Bleh. Almudron's next. They're going up in A, both of them. A lot of people don't like hunting Almudrons, but I do. I like hunting both of them. They did... Well, the Magma one didn't get harder because it wasn't in Base Rise, but Almudron did get harder with the addition of Sunbreak moves. But I do still enjoy hunting it. And for the Magma version, it's easier than the Almudron, than the normal version. Why? Good question. Probably because it doesn't apply Water Blight. That's my thoughts. But also because it doesn't move as fast. In my personal experience, at least. Because, I mean, how fast can you possibly move through Magma? Am I right or am I right? Next, Goss Frog. I saw it. It's going somewhere. It'll go in... C. Above Barrioff. I enjoy the Goss Frog fight. I do. But it applies Ice Blight sometimes. And the move where it jumps up, slams down with its butt, and sends a shockwave toward you, I can't seem to dodge. So it's going in the C. And that's that. Next, Garangol. I had my eyes on it, so doing that one next. Garangol, I have no thoughts on Garangol. So it's going in B. It's like the Pteranodon. I've got no thoughts on it. The fight wasn't really difficult, but it wasn't really noticeable either, like the Pteranodon fight. Next, Great Zuchi. D. D? Yeah, D. I've hunted too many of these things to like the fight. Why do they do combo moves with the tiny versions? It's not fair. I can't do combo moves with my cats. They just do their own thing. So what I'm saying is, if you let me do combo moves with my cats, Capcom, then I will like the Great Zuchi more. Make it happen. Espinas. D. It's going right next to all the other T-Rexes. Espinas is just another monster that charges a lot. I do think the novelty of the triple status fireball is funny. But that one funny haha is not enough to make up for it triple charging 5 times in a row. That's the highest it's ever done that move. Most of the time it just does a triple charge twice in a row, but it went up to 5 in a row one time, so that was really annoying. And also in specifically like one of the areas when it does its charge move, there's not enough space to actually dodge it well, I should say. There's not enough room to dodge it well. Easily? One of those words. We're gonna go with Beetlejuice next. G. I hate the Beetlejuice. I hate it in World. I hate it in Rise Space. I hate it in Sunbreak. Well, why do they keep bringing this thing back? I say keep bringing this thing back. Why did they bring this thing back from World? It should have stayed in the new world. And why is Seething Beetlejuice coming soon? I don't get it. I wanted to stay dead. That's what I'm saying. Should never have come to Rise. Narwa. This is the All-Mother version. Honestly, I like hunting Narwa the All-Mother. Narwa the All-Mother's easy. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Bushi, annoying. Narwa, really nice. I think the difference here is Ibushi moves around a lot. Narwa has a lot of moves where it stands still. I think that's the main difference between them, which is why I like Narwa more and Ibushi less. It also helps that Narwa's moves are all easily predictable. Predictable? Telegraphed. That's the word I'm looking for. Telegraphed, they're easy to dodge as long as you know where to dodge to. Which you can say for any monster. Lunagoron. B. Would probably be an A if it didn't apply Ice Blight. It'll be on the higher end of B though. This, I really like the design of the monster. How it, it's kind of like based on a werewolf. I also really like when it gets on its hind legs and its claws get like iced. I love it. And the dual blades are cool. I said this wasn't about the weapons, but for this monster specifically, weapons factor in. Cause have you seen those dual blades? Come on. Malzino. I'll be honest, when I first fought this monster, I wasn't a fan of it. Probably would have put it in D, but I think now I'll put it at B. Yeah, we'll put it at B. Above the Subnautica. I don't like the beginning of the fight where it's not in its, what's the word? I don't think that's its enraged state. It could be. When it starts doing its cool moves, when it like starts teleporting and shit. That's the part of the Malzino fight that I like. But without that, Malzino fight's kind of boring. Yeah, once it starts moving, that's when the gamer pants go on. Crimson Glow Valstrax made a return. I really like the new moves that the Crimson Glow Valstrax has. I really do. And because of the new moves, it does the really annoying moves that base Valstrax had less. So, that's a win-win. Magnamalo is next, and normal Magnamalo's going down in Top of B. Top of B. Top of B. Top of B. Hunting Magnamalo is fun. Scoring Magnamalo, on the other hand, is going above the Hermitars. It's going above the Crabs. I've hunted a lot of Magnamalos. I've gotten used to their moves. And I was thinking about posting a video soon of hunting a Scoring Magnamalo. Just a one-on-one. With the Kaz, of course. And showing you how I hunt it. But the Magnamalo fights are very fun. They are fast, slightly overbearing to provide a challenge, but they also have some pretty telegraphed attacks, and they have certain tells that let you avoid some stuff that you might not avoid if you don't know the tells, which, again, like before, you can tell for any monster if you just hunt enough of them. Next, the final boss. It's been a while since Sunbreak came out, but it is still the final boss, so I won't spoil the name for you, but I mean, the icon's there. It's too late. This is 41 minutes long, and I'm not gonna manually censor this guy out for the entire video, so you're gonna see the icon. You're not gonna spoil for the name, but he's pretty cool. He's gonna go in B, middle of B, above that one. I won't tell you about the fight because maybe there's some people that haven't done it yet, but just know that the fight is really cool, and the first time you do the fight, it's very cinematic. I hope you enjoy. Now then, the last one. S. You know what? You know what? S. Double S. Grastalos. This is the definitive Monster Hunter tier list for what monsters are the coolest based on how I think of their fights. What, you want to hear about the Astalos? Oh, sheesh, don't mind if I do. I don't actually know where to start. So let's start with my favorite move, the one where he flies into the air and dives down. So, gotta move, right? Flies up, dives down, and when he lands, he releases a shockwave of lightning, and then another shockwave of lightning even further out than the first one. It's a really cool move. Pretty easy to dodge, but if you don't dodge it, you'll get hurt. And then my other favorite move is when so there's a move he has where he charges forward, right? And then at the end of the charge, he slams with one of his wings. I believe it's the left wing. And then he also swings around with his tail to the same side that his wing came down on, so the left side. And if you time it correctly and go to the right spot, you can just dodge into it and it won't hit you. That's my favorite move. Another thing about the Astalos is that it just looks really cool. Like the freaking, it's not fluorescent. What's the word I'm looking for? How would one describe dragonfly wings? Dragonfly wings. Can you give me a description of the dragonfly wings? No? Whatever. There. Translucent? Is that the right word? Let's look up translucent. Translucent. Nope, that's not the right word. Either way, the wings remind me of dragonfly wings, and I think that's really cool. Astalos is based on an insect. I think it's a butterfly, not a dragonfly, but just, it's really cool, man. It's really cool. So yeah, that was 45 minutes. I really did not think it would take that long, but I was explaining each one, so that's why it took so long. But if you enjoyed this, consider liking, maybe subscribing. If you disagree with me, I'm sure you've already commented down below explaining why I'm wrong. But if you haven't, and if you disagree with me, go ahead and do that. And I will reply to you saying something along the lines of, cool opinion, bro. Have fun. Something along those lines. Unless you're just entirely wrong. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, fellas.